Hi, I'm Khrystyna Klimash, and you're on a podcast, Building Digital Products, where we speak about the technologies that can boost your business here and now. And today's guest is Alise Trautmane-Uzuner. She is a well-known and acknowledged person in the fashion industry across the globe. For over 20 years, Alise has been an executive in marketing, PR, and retail management. She is also a founder and CEO of Doors, an online retail, PR showroom, and experimental pop-up platform. In just 6 years, the product collaborated with more than 2,000 fashion brands. Her expertise has been recognized with 3 Designer of the Year awards from the Baltic Fashion Federation, and she has been named one of the Forbes top 25 most successful female entrepreneurs in Latvia. Currently, Alise also shapes future fashion leaders and entrepreneurs as a professor at the renowned Parsons School of Design and other educational institutions. Hello, Alise.
Hi, Khrystyna. Thank you for having me.
There are so many products from diverse kinds of online retailers, and in the US in particular. How did you come up and then prove the idea of creating a Doors platform?
Right. So we identified a significant gap in the US market for independent fashion and accessory brands in particular. If you look at that market, it's more than 50,000 independent brands globally. And traditional platforms like, let's say, Net-a-Porter or Farfetch, they first and foremost cater to established names. While there are some platforms out there that focus on emerging designers only, like Wolf and Badger, Flying Solo, they all, in total, they cover less than 10% of these up and coming and established independent fashion brands. So as I said, it's at least a space of 50,000 out there, and it's largely under-serviced category of fashion. And as you mentioned, I come from a fashion background myself. I have been an independent designer. So I know the challenges that you as an independent designer face in your journey reaching the customer. So hence the idea of launching a platform that helps the independent brands, independent fashion brands with their go-to-market. I happened to be in the US at that time, and it made sense to focus on working and helping brands with the US market first and foremost.
Can you describe the main challenges you faced and lessons you learned when creating and launching Doors?
Well, there are multiple, many challenges, and still, of course, we face them day to day because we are a self-funded business. Yet we are breaking even. We have a small profit, and that's quite remarkable because we're building out the platform on various fronts, digitally and physical spaces, launching new services. But I think that probably the biggest challenge is not with building the platform per se, but it comes with the nature of our business and what I just described, because we are promoting independent brands that have very limited brand awareness. And we are not magicians, so we do provide these brands with I believe, a very strong value proposition by providing them with a physical representation, PR, online and digital marketing support. But they are in the relatively low starting point in terms of their brand recognition in the US. And to build that, you either need a lot of money, pretty much big marketing budgets, because again, you are competing with all these big brands out there that definitely have enormous they have much bigger marketing budgets than these independent brands have, or it takes longer to build the brand recognition. So therefore, the biggest challenge, to answer your question, comes from the very nature of our business, and therefore, as I probably why this is largely underserviced category of fashion, because it comes with its challenge that yes, the brand recognition is quite low. Automatically, by just dropping the brand name, you're not triggering a desire. Like in comparison, if you say Chanel bag, you straight away have a certain element and certain story visual that you have, because it is a brand of a very strong brand awareness. Then it's a very different story for us, for our platform, working with these smaller brands.
How do you leverage data and analytics to improve the Doors platform and user experience?
Data is at the heart of Doors operations. It informs pretty much every decision we make, and from curating the collections, selecting the brands, to personalizing customer journey online. And we analyze customer journey and customer behavior both online as well as in our physical spaces, be it pop-up or a permanent store. And we optimize the product placement. We mentor designers on pricing, strategies, marketing. And to explain, our client, first and foremost, our primary clients are both brands and customers. So our brands, member brands, are expecting mentoring, consulting, some guidance from us, because we have data on what customers are looking for, what are they expecting, what are their behaviors, right? And we constantly do share that data with our designers to make sure that we can help them to build stronger collections, we can help them to promote and their collections better. And that is something that I do believe is again of a great value for these brands that are now shaping their product offering and aiming to succeed in this new market for them, the US.
What are some key metrics you focus on to measure the success at Doors as a digital platform?
Right. So going back to what I explained, that because our client is both a designer as well as a customer, then when we talk about the designers, when we talk about the fashion brands, for us to evaluate whether we have provided a successful service to them, we look at the PR value we have generated for the brands. Obviously, very straightforward metric is retail sales, right? Both online and physical spaces. Customer retention, how many loyal customers we have managed to secure, repeated customers for the brand. And online, we focus on also improving the brand recognition, and we look at look heavily also on through the SEO prism, because many brands that join Doors have less than 100 monthly searches for their brand names when they start with us in the US. And we work on improving their digital visibility. We work on improving their keywords for their product offering. And our goal is not just to generate the sales for these brands online and physical store, but also build a long-term brand awareness and again, repeat customers.
It might be really difficult, I think.
It's a long shot. So that's why, as I said, we're not magicians. So that's what, again, we do paid and unpaid digital marketing initiatives, but the paid ones are have pretty strict budget constraints, right? So we are a platform that is affordable for these independent designers, but it means also that, yes, it's affordable, but that gives us very comparatively small budgets we can work with. So
now the question about managing the technical aspects of running Doors. Do you have an in-house tech team or do you outsource? What approach do you choose and why?
We are a very lean company. We have only a team of, I would say, around 20 people in-house, across 8 time zones, actually. I'm originally from Riga, from Latvia. We have people based in Riga. We have a small office there, but we also have people working out from Ukraine and Georgia. I'm a huge fan of this ex-Soviet Union space coming from that, in terms of work ethics and so forth. But to answer your question, it is a combination. So we have an in-house team that manages daily content on our digital platforms, but for example, we don't have a team of developers. So that we use an outsourced service for any developing tasks. SEO team is also outsourced. Affiliate marketing also outsourced. So a lot of freelancers. But again, it has been something that we built over the last 3 years, and for us, that system works, at least at this point of time. And these are very hardworking, dedicated freelancers, and again, it works for us. So.
And my next question is, why did you outsource? Why did you decide to outsource your services and not to hire someone directly to your team?
Well, it is also a combination of various reasons. First of all, we are very flat as a startup, so there is a number of, there is a limitation of how many people I can directly manage, right? And when we hire, for example, an SEO team, I deal only with the SEO manager, and then whomever he engages with, he is managing that, and I don't have to deal with hiring, motivation of that team, and so forth. So it's just a practical, aspect. Secondly, as a startup, we are successful, I believe, like a lot thanks to finding and utilizing the salary arbitrage or remuneration arbitrage, because we only hire the people in New York that we need to be in New York, which is not necessarily digital marketing or e-commerce or anything that can be done remotely. So and for us, it's better to pay an attractive remuneration that is considered as such in the home country of a freelancer than like a below average remuneration for somebody who is based in New York, right? So you can get a better talent. And we utilize Slack as in our virtual office. It works very well. And I think because it is a company that was relaunched during COVID, all team got very comfortable with working that in this digital office environment. It would be probably very different if the company was launched before COVID and we had to move to this setup. But since it was the setup from day one, it works very efficiently. So
thanks for sharing. You're an expert in digital marketing. Could you please also describe how a tech fashion business can build its brand and stand out in the nowadays US market?
Right. I think this is a very good question, how to stand out because of all the noise we have online and this overload of information that we receive on a daily basis. And I think that applies to everything, whether it's a platform or it's a fashion brand or any brand, pretty much, that is being launched and is striving to get attention. I believe that the most important aspect is to be authentic and innovative, and combine the authenticity and with innovation. So, and what I mean by that is you need to make sure that you really understand as a brand what is the unique aspect of yours, and that aspect is authentic and real. It's not some kind of story that you create just because the story sounds great. And you understand your niche, you carve out your niche, and you're very, very good in that niche. You're innovative, you're creative, you're efficient in that niche, and you keep on telling the story about that. And you're consistent with that. You're very authentic in how you communicate that. And you communicate that to your target audience, that you also have a very clear understanding who is your target audience and why this could be relevant for your target audience. I have worked, as you mentioned, with more than 2,000 fashion brands over the last, 5-6 years, and I think that the biggest issue with those that are not succeeding is that they endorse a very generic story, like another sophisticated women's wear brand or another sustainable gender fluid brand. There's so many of these. So, but if you manage to carve out your niche, understand what's unique about that brand, and then establish a very authentic story around that, and then build around the community that for whom this story is relevant, then I think you are on the path of potential success, despite all this competition, all this noise out there.
Agree. One of the core areas of expertise in our LinkUp Studio company is digital product design. You are an expert in physical product design. However, I think the core principles are the same. What lessons from your design experience do you share with your students at Parsons?
Right. I think that the most important, both for physical and digital product, is to understand what need you are fulfilling or what desire you are raising with your product. So again, if a brand comes to me and if a person comes to me and says, "Oh, I want to launch this brand," or "I want to launch a sustainable brand," and I'm like, okay, does the world need another sustainable brand? So, and what I mean by that is not that, I actually am super excited to see new designers, new brands, new graduates going out there and launching their companies. But think carefully, okay, what need you're exactly addressing, what gap you are filling there. Because it's, just to be willing to design a virtual dress or make a physical dress because it's beautiful, I don't think it's enough to succeed. And again, do we need another dress? Do we need another virtual product out there? You have to be really, really clear, crystal clear, what exactly you're addressing with your product. What's the need? Or why would it be desirable? What's so unique and specific about that product? So I think that determines the viability of whether it's a physical product or it's a digital product. And then comes, of course, a number of other elements, like is it priced competitively, right? Is it promoted in a way that it gets traction? But I think it starts like with this very core of understanding why we are doing this, what we are doing.
Yes, it was all from this section, and I will switch to the next one, which is called the flash questions. I will give you two options, and you need just to pick the one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Great. Doors or dreams?
Doors.
Riga or New York?
New York.
To teach or to manage?
To manage and build.
AI or AR?
AI, because that's probably because I mean, that's a flash question, no need to answer in detail, but I'm super curious about AI, especially in fashion, and I'm a daily user of a number of tools from, I don't know, Midjourney and to like Cal and so on in the content generation. But it's more because I do see the efficiency straight away, and there are already like so many tools out there that you can apply. But I mean, both are super exciting. So
thank you, Alise, for coming to our show today. It was really nice talking to you.
Khrystyna, thank you for having me.
Click like and subscribe button to not skip the following episodes. Bye!